What up, my fellow dorks? It is the TurtleDork back with a new trailer reaction for you today. So today's trailer I have for you, that bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. So yeah, Shaft is a new film. I've been curious to check this one out. I've been curious to see what this is going to look like, what this is all about, because up until maybe sometime last year when I saw like the first official still from this movie, I had no idea this movie was coming out. I think it's kind of interesting that you're bringing in 3 different generations of Shaft. I want to say this is directed by Tim Story, and if it is, it could end up being mediocre. Anyway, not that thrilled about that. I think, well, we'll see. I don't want to pass judgment on anything or anybody, but basically what I want to say is that I think this may be a little bit too late for this type of film. When the first Shaft came out, not the first Shaft, that was in the 70s, but when the Samuel L. Jackson Shaft came out in 2000, I want to say, man, I like that movie, but it does not, and most movies of that era don't really age well. And to bring certain movies like that back, especially if it's a movie that doesn't visually pop or doesn't have anything interesting or anything that I think a filmmaker brings to that material, then trying to reignite that or rejuvenate that 18, 19 years later, I think it's going to be a really, really hard sell, because you're not selling it on the visual style or what that director or whoever the case may be brought to that original material. But with that being said, you can never go wrong. Well, you can't go wrong with Sam Jackson. I mean, but for the most part, Sam Jackson is always entertaining to watch. To bring back Richard Roundtree, he's still, I mean, let's see what he's going to be able to do, if he's actually going to get into the action. That'd be pretty cool to see that. The kid, not a big fan of, but again, let's check it out first. So with no further ado, Shaft. Did they really just call it Shaft? They didn't like Shaft 2, Son of Shaft? I thought that was the title, but okay. Shaft 2019.
Hi, I'm looking for Shaft.
Who's asking?
John Shaft Jr., your son.
My son? Junior?
Yeah.
How's his mouth so greasy?
You know they say that cat Shaft is a bad mother?
Shut your mouth.
You know him?
He thinks he's Black James Bond.
That dude was real. He think he was me. If you gonna pursue this investigation, I'm gonna have to babysit your ass. Damn! Oh, look at here! How long you been?
Never long enough. Lady Syphilis, Madam Chlamydia, it's lovely to meet you both.
That Junior dog, she'll look better.
Please tell me that you did not get our son involved in your bullshit.
What is wrong with you? You picked up a bat. You can't beat up a woman. Why not? Because she's a woman. That's like...
Is that Leah Running? Looks like her.
You want being misogynistic? I ain't mentioned her gender. Okay. I'm an equal opportunity ass whooper. Damn.
There's no non-violent people in Harlem.
Oh my God. Look, Alexandra Shipp. I like her.
Boy, back in the day, we didn't need guns. All we needed was our bare knuckle.
Damn, Grandpa.
Well, you can't be too prepared. Let me get mine. Man, you back here having a knife fight? Oh, hell no, I shot her. You damn right. What's up? Oh, what are you doing?
The glass didn't break.
Get in here, JJ, come on! Can you dig it?
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be a no for me, dog. Wow, it looks like they are leaning heavy into the comedy of this, and it literally just feels like one of these generic action movies. And like I said, man, to bring back a character like this, and this is an iconic character, especially from the blaxploitation era with Richard Roundtree and what he was able to carve out with that character in the 70s. And I really like what Samuel L. Jackson was able to do with the character in that 2000 film, and with some standout performances, specifically from Jeffrey Wright, because that was actually, I think, my first exposure to Jeffrey Wright as Peoples Hernandez, and he was dynamic in that. Christian Bale, I thought, was a decent, kind of playing like that smug rich kid villain. But I don't know, man. There were aspects of that film that I really liked, but now to kind of bring that back with I don't know, with no real fanfare. I don't know who was asking for this film, and to not feel like it's bringing anything new or interesting to the material, I think it kind of does a little bit of a disservice to that iconic character. But that's just my opinion. Jesse T. Usher, whatever his name is, that kid from Independence Day Resurgence, who I thought he was terrible in that movie, who has no charisma on screen at all for me to buy in the fact that he's playing Will Smith's son, and now he's supposed to be playing Samuel L. Jackson's son, the son of Shaft. I don't know what Hollywood sees in this kid, and I mean, more power to him. I mean, I really hope that he finds his niche. But to me, what I'm seeing so far, I'm just not a fan. And again, the tone of it is, to me, is just completely off. The John Singleton film from 2000 didn't even have this type of tone to it. It definitely had comedic moments, but I think that came more so from the characters. But this feels like it's going for like that slapstick humor, which for me, is just not what I want to see from this type of material. But again, that's just me. I don't know. Hopefully there'll be another trailer. Maybe you can sell me on it. I don't know what else comes out there. Oh, actually, this comes out the same weekend as Men in Black International. I'll be saying that. Support Tessa Thompson. But I'll probably end up checking this out, second weekend, third weekend, Netflix. Anyway, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you thought of the trailer for Shaft in the comments below. Remember to rate, like, subscribe, and share. And go ahead and check out my other dorks, at Mouth Dork, at The Disco Dork, at Sidewalk Sovereign, at WB Dash. I screwed that all up. Anyway, I am the Turtle Dork, and with that, your boy is out.